This is a video of the insides of a 555 chip. That's the idea anyway. This is output. This is the 3 pin. This is Q bar, so this is always just the opposite. Here is the NOR gates that are tied together with this blue wire to make, if you're familiar with Ben Eater's SR latch video, or I guess anybody's SR latch video, they have the NOR gates and then an S and an R. Well, these are the comparators here. This is the comparator that's responsible for clicking the S gate, and this is the comparator that's responsible for clicking the R gate. These are LM741s. They don't have them on the iOS version of Crumb yet. Here is the 555K resistor array, so that you get the hot here and then the ground here. And so I've sort of put those here. This red one's not doing anything except for just indicating that this is a 5-volt rail. This is 2/3 of 5 volts, so it's orange, and this is 1/3 of 5 volts, like 1.66, so it's yellow, and then this is dark. So, and then these feed into the to make the comparison, and then the resistors that are external to the 555 are all still in here. So this isn't external to the 555. So is this resistor, and so is this resistor. In fact, all these brown wires are things that are external to the 555. And so this is in the unstable, I think he calls it, state. And then this is sort of cleaned up. It's the exact same. I'm going to go ahead and turn this one off and turn the next one on. Let's see if that works. It could be tricky to hit the button just right for some reason. Okay, there we go. See if this one's still working. If it crashes. It's upset. But so I just tried to clean this up. This long wire here is now just this little short wire here, and this is the orange and the yellow. Here's the 555, so those get fed out. So just sort of rearranged some things, and it's flashing. It's flashing just very fast. It's got, in fact, this one might have an issue with the resistor values. Yeah, I think I saved this with bad resistor values. So if we make this one, yeah, 100 is wrong. So let's make it 100,000 update. Now it should flash. Yeah, okay. So you can fool with these if you're familiar with 555s. I had 1,000 here and 100 here, or 100 and 100. Anyway, it wasn't happy. And here it is cleaned up just one more time. Let's see if we can do this without it crashing here. I'm recording this with OBS, which is enough to, and I also have like 10 Google, Gmail, Chrome tabs open, so that's not helping. So, okay, so this one's just cleaned up one more time. I have these right next to each other, and there's no orange or yellow wires because these just go right into the correct place. So here's the array here, from 5 volt to 2/3 to 1/3 to ground. So that is the sort of final version of it cleaned up. However, there is, I should have probably saved that, 555 with pinout. So this is my latest and greatest ish, where rather than concentrating on having everything be as clean as possible, although it is pretty clean, because I even got rid of a couple of red and black wires here, to make this 555 array. Just goes in a little loop like that from 5 to 2/3 to 1/3 to ground. But now I've just got, this entire breadboard is the 555 chip, and this entire breadboard is the stuff that's external to the 555 chip. I think I'd prefer to have even these not touching this breadboard, but they should probably go the other over to here to get their power and so forth. But anyway, here's the one pin is power. The 8 pin is ground. Um, so everything that gets power gets it from the 1 pin. And the 6 and the 2 pin, the 6 is the threshold, and the 2 is the trigger. No, I've got that backwards. This is the threshold, is at 2/3. The trigger is at 1/3 of whatever this voltage is. In this case, 5 volts. Let's make it 5. Can we make it 5? Let's just go ahead and make it 5. A little more. And 7 pin goes to the collector on this PNP, and that is the discharge pin. So that if we look at voltage, this is the drain. This is where the voltage drains out. It drains through here, and it charges through both of these. And you can see this just sort of breathing between 1/3 and 2/3 of 5 volts or 5.3 volts. We should be able to see that if we just pick one of them with this. This is going between 1/3 and 2/3 of 5 volts. I wonder if I pick this, what that's going to come up as. Yeah, that's interesting that it's, oh, that. That's 1/3, and is this going to be 2/3? Yeah. No? No, that's still just the amps. So if I had wires here, I'd be able to put a line for 1/3 and 2/3. But so anyway, that's the quote-unquote internals of a 555, at least sort of. This could be broken down further into transistors, and I do want to build comparators using just the transistors, and have an even more broken out 555. The pins it doesn't have are the 4 pin, which is the I think it's called JRSD, or the reset pin, and I don't know exactly where that would hit. I think it's somewhere on the R latch is where that works, and I've tried to make it work and I haven't gotten that to work yet. And the 5 pin, I don't even know what that's for, except for you're supposed to put a capacitor on it to clean up the signal. And I guess, speaking of which, I guess we should try to just show the actual signal that you get out of this fake 555. This is a 555 here. It's just there for show, and so that I can look at the pins when I need to refer to what pins are what.